The other day, I was cowboying around in Fallout New Vegas in order to not have my socks scared off of me by Outlast, which a friend requested me to play. And then I was thinking, what can possibly be more cowboy than this? That's right, the largest event in the entire history of the Midwest, the Black Hills Stock Show and Rodeo. It's got giant parking lots, Hummers, cows, more Midwesterners than you can imagine, at least 5, and more. All inside of a 500,000 square foot exhibition center known as the Monument. Though it's not exactly a high bar to be the largest event in the entire history of the Midwest, given that general attractions in the Midwest tend to be your local gas station, or maybe the local Walmart if your town is big enough, or maybe the Walmart in the next city because you have to drive over to it, something like that. My point is, there's not a lot to do in the Midwest. So when something big like this comes around, even if you're not exactly a cowboy, you're gonna go to it because there's nothing else to do. So that leads to this video where I decided to walk around the Black Hills Stock Show because I was bored. Walking up to the pearly gates, it really doesn't look like much, and it especially doesn't look like a place to host a big ol' cowboy event, other than maybe the few tractors in front. As soon as you step inside though, the entire atmosphere changes. There were people everywhere and the audio was pretty much entirely unusable. I would give a sample of it, but no one deserves to be subjected to it. Taking a right immediately into Rushmore Hall 1, you find a location where auctions take place. I decided not to stop and watch one because A, it's probably some kind of ancient ritual that the resident people who go to this place for its intended purpose wouldn't appreciate me intruding on. And B, I knew I had limited footage both in SD card space and my camera's battery capacity. This became an issue later on. This hall, also had various booths that I was too intimidated to stop by, and tons of cows. If you go to this room after the stock show, you will find that it smells distinctly of farm animal. Leaving through one of the side doors, it leads to the food court, but the food court had really long lines and pretty high prices, so I did not stop there. Leaving the food court by going straight, there were more booths. These ones were pretty much just ranch supplies, accessories for trucks, and there was also this cowboy branded wellness machine, which was a super common theme, like strangely common theme. If anyone knows about this, please tell me why. Up next was the first clothing shop of many. This one included a generous array of vests, though it didn't have much else of note. Most of the shops had some kind of quirk, but I am not going to cover everyone because there's just too many. I can only talk about shirts for so long before I lose the entire audience. Going into LaCroix Hall C, although it's actually just one room that sometimes gets split off, there's a lot of different things that are actually mostly the same as I've already shown. Have you ever wanted to see a small taxidermied buffalo? Well, you're seeing it anyways. There was also a decent supply of goat hides. What were they hiding? I don't know. And I wasn't about to pay $50 to learn their secrets either. Beyond the storefronts that were all similar to literally everything else, there was something unique. The Cyclone adjustable seat. This thing seems like a standard portable seating option. Not something I really see a lot, and when I do see portable seating, it's lawn chairs. And I don't really see this thing breaking into the lawn chair existence because it's $45. It doesn't look particularly comfortable. I didn't try it though, so maybe there's something mind-blowing about this seat. If anyone's tried the Cyclone and loves it, let me know. Anyways, let's get back to the regularly scheduled non-chair programming. I've had enough of this thing already. Beyond the Cyclone chair, there was a honey shop called Napper's Naturals, which was slightly refreshing to see compared to the rest of the storefronts. I didn't actually try any of their stuff, and there's nowhere near me that actually sources their products, so I can't comment on the quality. Still, kind of unique. I ended up leaving the LaCroix Hall area since there wasn't anything unique beyond honey and probably subpar chairs. And there weren't really any more main areas downstairs, so I moved upstairs. I was going to talk about more in this video, but then I realized I'm well over a month late and I don't want to drag it on too long. But there's not much that was missed. There were large sections I couldn't record. Anyways, for one reason or another. Anyways, enough rambling. Here's the one thing I actually tried at this place. Some fudge from an unidentified store. It's pretty tasty. I was gonna record like a live bit where I talked about it with my reactions and stuff, but then I kinda didn't want to. And I also didn't want to drag the video on. But take my word for it, fudge from some nowhere store miles away from any form of actual population is pretty good. That's gonna be about it for this video. I might upload something later, I don't know.